Good evening, Speed Gaming, and welcome to a Super Metroid Rando League Season 4 Semifinals match. V.I.L.P.L.U.M.E is up 2 games to none in a best-of-5 match against World Cup Bress for Rupees. Tonight, we're playing Game 3 with Nevdi representing V.I.L.P.L.U.M.E and hoping to secure the sweep, with Farfalu representing World Cup Bress for Rupees, hoping to keep his team alive. I'm Crazy Gamer, and joining me on commentary is Salty Pigeon 87. Pigeon, how you doing?
Hey, what's up, everybody? Good to be back. Exciting to see a playoff match. Going into the finals, um, don't count out Farfalu, though, because he orchestrated that comeback last round against an excellent team, so I expect to see an awesome matchup tonight. Thanks for having me, Crazed.
Yeah, not a problem. This match is going to be very good, and let's talk about the mode. So we've got full countdown, we've got full area randomization, and we've got boss shuffle. Can you do you want to explain what all of that entails?
I'll do my best. Full countdown means top left of each player's screen is going to tell you how many majors Samus has in that area to grab. Energy tanks and reserve tanks not counted in that. But that's also good to know to stop checking around places where you don't need something if it only says 1 or 0. You can just scoot on through and keep looking for what you need. Full area means all of our different portals and elevators are going to go to a different part of the game. Except for blueprints there, of course, which always brings us to our morph ball. So criteria 1, we know we're going to have morph ball, and then we're going to have to look for different portals. Boss shuffle, of course, is seeing how many different Golden 4 bosses are going to switch up. If Ridley comes up the Kraid's area, Fantoon the Dragon's place, whatever that may be, that's what we got today. And again, 2 excellent runners doing this. I expect to see a heck of a show.
Indeed. So we haven't seen our morph ball yet, which means it's going to be in the ceiling, and this is full area, so our runners will want to look for a power bomb to check the portal to the left, but if they don't find it, then they'll have to leave it behind. And it looks, well, we've got one check left, and if it's not power bombs, then we have to go up.
Yeah, for the sake of the runners, it would be nice to see a power bomb down here, so we can look at what meme route would be. But not this time. So we're gonna have to come back, and hopefully it's not super important, but it may be, and that will take them out of the way a little bit.
Yep, we've rolled 3 missiles, but that just means we have to go up, and we'll have to find something that lets us get out of Parlor or go to the right of the ship. So we're gonna try to find either supers, or we're gonna find like speed booster or power bombs or regular morph bombs, something along those lines. But we do have to find something that lets us get out.
Indeed, and I think at this point it's only going to be supers or power bombs because speed booster and screw attack can no longer be in criteria because we got those double zeros up there. As long as I'm
Indeed.
remembering correctly.
Yep, that is absolutely correct. So it's got to be a minor item that lets us get out. So it's gonna be a power bomb, probably, or a super that lets us go to the right.
Yeah, if it's super, we know both of them are going to be heading right, but I think we need a power bomb here to unlock even the red Brinstar access, or what would be that, unless they change the door for this mode.
Yeah, the portals are always blinking gray doors, so you don't need a power bomb to go down.
Okay. Wow, and BT does have those supers, so we can only go right, and we have to go to the red Brinstar portal for both of them. Going that way, we will see one quick portal check, which would be the top of East Meridia, or West Meridia. Sorry, West Meridia. And we'll see what the runners decide to do after that. But right now, it's pretty much linear.
Our runner's nearly in sync for 2 different screens coming out of the parlor, and Nevdi is going to take a refill of missiles while Farflu is just going to skip that and just head to the right.
And both these decisions make a lot of sense. Farf's team is down 0-2 right now. If Farfalu doesn't have to stop for something, then just don't stop for it. I like the call on both sides, playing it safe and just going for it. We do get Green Bryn, so this is good news for both players. Three majors to be found down here, and a lot of pretty standard easy checks.
Yeah, and most of them are accessible. The only ones that won't be is Waterway, which requires Speed Booster. Everything else is pretty much fair game. I mean, we're gonna assume we find power bombs at some point so we can see Edicoons, but besides that,
Oh, for sure. And Power Bombs is in the green tube, so that is nice to see.
lol, that is the moat. So Green Burn Star sort of loops in on with criteria.
There's one of our majors with high jump. Extra pack of supers, always nice to see early on. Never know when we're going to see Varia, so it's always good to get a couple minors in each slot, just in case you need the Crystal Flash mechanic.
Also, high jump is going to make the wave gate check a lot easier. I mean, granted, our runners can probably do it without, but it just makes the setup a little simpler.
Oh, definitely. I'm fully confident they have both setups locked down in their minds, but hey, if you get the easy option, you might as well go ahead and take it.
Mm-hmm. And just to note, like a little recap, our runners did very well during the regular season. Nevdi going 6-1 and 2-0 in the playoffs, with Farfalu going 7-1 in the regular season and 2-0 in the playoffs. So just top-notch runners, absolutely on top of their game.
So it looks like Nevdi did check what would be Spore Spawn's item. I didn't see it. I think it was a missile. But Farfalu deciding to go over to the Edicoon pit and skip a couple of these big pink checks. Nevdi showing off that easy setup with high jump boots. Let's see what we have over here behind Wavegate.
It's an interesting routing decision. If top of Green Bryn is a dead end, Crawford will have to come back and we'll pass through Big Pink again, so might loop in the checks at that point, but we'll see what happens.
And now that I messed it up, it's apparently the Pig Brink checks. Sorry to Brinstar, I ruined it for you.
Yeah,
but somebody will have fun with it.
And you said speed booster before, which I'm pretty sure is a mistake.
That definitely is a mistake, although I haven't seen the item yet, so I'm going to give myself a pass.
Fair.
Once I see it, I'll unleash the goods. Just once, though, because I don't want to annoy you.
Fair.
X-ray. Not exactly what we wanted to see here, but
and that's all the
majors.
Yeah, that's all the majors accounted for. So no real progression in Brinstar, but we've got one portal to check, and that's gonna have to take us somewhere else that is accessible, and we'll have some amount of majors.
And I'd be surprised if Farf doesn't check this elevator right here.
I mean, you gotta, right? It's right there.
Yeah.
Yeah, a lot of full area is exploration, like trying to figure out where all the portals are, what the map looks like, in addition to looking for the majors. So there's a little bit more going on than in other modes, but
definitely, I would call the first, I don't know, 10 to 15 minutes kind of your cartography mode. Figure out your map, and then see what you want to do from there.
MD is trying to... Alright, there it is. Don't know why it wasn't coming up on the first scan, but does see that there's a missile there and saves a power bomb, which is good because he only has one left. So he'll be able to get some use out of that. All right, we're at the ship.
Carefully checking these MER missiles, ocean missiles, whatever you want to call it. It's vanilla. Nothing exciting there. But what is exciting is 3 majors in wreck ship. And that could be awesome or a total pain in the butt if Fantoon is not home.
All right, so at this point, we only have 2 bosses that are defeatable. That's Fantoon and Kraid. Anything else will force a reset. Well, there's only one other place they can go, which is actually they have power bombs now, so they can go on the other side of Criteria as well and check meme route. So it may not necessarily be a defeatable boss, but we're here. Might as well check it.
For the sake of the runners, I'm just going to hope it's Fantoon, but for the viewers, you know you want to see like Ridley here.
I mean, that's going to be the swiftest reset, though, but
That's
sure.
very true. More supers, though. If we had any sort of defense, then Ridley will be doable, but
You wouldn't
not,
last
not
like,
with one tank.
yeah, you would last maybe 30 seconds.
Alright, Nevty taking a save, just in case. He doesn't like what's up at the top of the elevator, I'm guessing. So we can do
Yeah.
a quick reset, but...
Oh,
And
it's Kraid.
Somebody in chat called that.
Yeah, well, I mean, it's a 25% chance, but yeah. And also it's a 0 Kraid, so no majors anywhere behind Kraid or at Kraid's warehouse. So this is, maybe you peek the minor item and then you get out, but it's not gonna find a major item. And that's a missed quick kill.
But that was a pretty nice backup there by Farf. Staying just slightly ahead of Nevty here, except for the knowledge that Pink Bryn has the X-ray scope, so Farf could end up taking some time looking there. We'll see what the decision is on the way back.
So Nevdi might be able to make up a little bit of time if he gets the quick kill, but he's gonna have to pick up the item at Spooky Missiles first, and probably take the safety save before doing that.
And now that Kraid is there, that 3 in wreck ship looks pretty nasty.
Indeed.
Because who knows when we're going to have to circle back around.
Alright. Farfel is taking another save. A point in chat was brought up. They have high jump, so they can check the back portal, and that is probably what's happening here.
Alright, Navdy going in the Kraid, seeing if he can pick up about, I don't know, 9, 10, maybe 11 seconds.
Every second counts when you're up against a high-quality player.
Absolutely.
You never want to discount that.
And this is a big match. This is for the finals. Farfalu again trying to keep his team alive, just like last week, keeping the team alive. And MM2 and Bress came through in the clutch at the end as well.
Good recovery by Farflu. Initially missed the jump and had to do an awkward wall jump off the platform to get back to it, but he's on his way, and we're going to check a portal. And also Nevd did get the quick kill, so did make up a little bit of time. He's going to take off high jump for this this jump out. This also saves a power bomb, which, again, the power bomb management is absolutely clutch when you only got one pack.
Yeah, very key. Nothing you can do with that. Worst thing I think to see here would be some sort of Norfair portal on the back end of Wreck Ship, because that's a
Let's
long route
see.
back.
It's
Okay, we get the tube. That's not
all right.
bad.
Cool.
There's plenty of other options to check out.
And this, oh, well, there's a croc, and it's a zero croc, so we're very out of there. Yeah, so red portal is going to take us to a whole bunch of different areas. So I would assume Farflu is not going to reset out of
Ooh, big
that.
number
And
in Upper Norfair, though.
yes, indeed.
So we got to find some energy, or we have to find that Varia. Something to get around.
We know Varia's not going to be in Red Tower because of that zero, but we may find some energy tanks, or we may find a worthwhile portal to go through.
Yeah, I believe we still have 3 portals we don't know about in Red Tower alone. So this is a nice
Now,
movement for Nevdi and Farf checking this out.
now Farflu does have to be mindful that he has no power bombs, so if he goes up, he can't get out unless he farms power bombs first. So he may want to just peek into X-Ray, not even to get the item, but just to farm the fire fleas.
Yeah, we at least need to say hello to this frog buddy right here. Just to get something.
But no, he's just going to take the one and move on. Alright, well, there's a meme route, so we don't have to worry about that.
Yeah, I like Farflu's decisions here. Really just being aggressive, not taking a bunch of ridiculous chances, but taking the minimal items that is needed and just going for it.
Yes, chat does bring up that the caterpillars outside of Alpha Peeps drop power bombs, because chat is better at this game than I am. Because I forgot about the caterpillars.
How dare you, Crazed? Like, how could you forget that? Obviously, I didn't. That's why I brought them up in my own mind moments ago. I forgot to say it out loud, but yeah.
I believe you.
Hey, a nice energy pickup, though, for Farf there. If we do go back to Upper Norfair, have a little bit of play to get through some of those hot rooms. Nevd gonna find Neem Route, turn back around, and Farf has 2 more portals to check up here.
He has another minor item if he wants it, and we found Business Center.
Oh. Upper Norfair. Slightly wondering why Farf didn't go for that, but
There's another portal to check. Well, like once you start going to Upper Norfair, like you're not coming back unless you're done exploring. Yeah, like this is just an absolute turnaround, so now we're just going to Upper Norfair.
I was just thinking with the fact they're behind a couple games and saving 20 seconds of elevator stuff. I don't know. I'm not in the playoffs for a reason. Farf is, so me being confused doesn't matter. Farf knows what he's doing.
Yeah, I don't mind that order. You found a portal that you do want to go through, so you just want to eliminate the one that's left, and in case it's something you want to turn around, you can turn around.
Alright, Farf deciding to check the Crade portal. What are you going to give us? Not what we want right now. East Meridia. Those guys hit like tanks down there with just power suit. But yeah, 19 minutes in, and both runners are nipping at each other's heels. This is kind of what I expected that out of this run. Opening up the ice door to get ready for that check. I like the safety save here by Farf. And Nevdi is just one elevator check behind Farfalu at the moment.
Farfalu is going to go for Ice and Crumble Tower first before High Jump. That's interesting.
Yeah, not what I imagined. There's a nice power bomb pack there, but not in a great location to easily grab. You don't want to give up all that energy just in case you have an issue with the crumble blocks.
Yeah, that's not a check you want to do when you're doing the Hell Run, especially when there's a lot more items to check in Business Center.
Extra power bomb. Farf says no thank you. Now we're going to check out that ice, or the high jump room. Nevi giving us a peek at the Croc Escape item real quick. More supers. Since we're already sitting at 30 and 35. Neither runner's going to be worried about that, but still good to see. Double beam.
Well, you're definitely grabbing one of those.
And Farf will be grabbing two.
Yeah, he's face planted into it, and he's gonna feel real bad when he sees the plasma sitting there. FD successfully jumping over plasma over Spazer.
Yeah, since this isn't Dash, that Spazer Beam isn't going to provide us with any type of utility.
It does add 1% to your completion, though.
It does. So at the end, we'll see, 44 for Farfalu, 43 for Nevdi. Not sure who's gonna win, but that's what we'll see. It's my way too early guess.
Farf is going to Cathedral. This is something.
There's vanilla missiles at Cathedral. That's good.
Taking full advantage of Wave Beam. Not having to lay a power bomb to check that item saves a lot of time, especially when you're on 3 tanks, when I think the logic says more than 3 tanks. I don't remember exactly how much this wants, but pretty sure it's more than 3.
Oh, and there's the Spood Beaster. Ooh. That's what we're talking about. For a second there, I thought Nevdi was going to take those extra power bombs and go for it, but making the same decision as Farf. Saying 1 pack enough is now... 1 pack right now is enough for me. And that speed booster will definitely help.
Yeah,
the
absolutely.
Actual speed check.
And more importantly...
Oh, no, get out of there! Ooh.
Alright, time for the slow farm.
Not ideal, but at least it was noticed before anything horrible happened.
Yeah, and speed boosters, well, obviously important, but vary so much in this particular instance because it gives Farfalu a way out of Bubble Mountain without having to do the Hell Run again.
Yeah, definitely. Just head through the Frog Spoodway. Don't have to go back through Cathedral.
Jesus, I never thought you could say frog spoodway. Jesus.
That was actually Incompetent Perfectionist's fault. He's the one that came up with that. Otherwise, I never would have thought of it myself, but I
Oof.
appreciate it, IP. Thank you.
Mhm.
Extra supers down here. What is at the actual speed location?
Mm.
Just missiles.
Okay, there's one more somewhere. We've got two at Wave. We've got two at Norfair Reserve. And then Rock is its own area, so that doesn't count. So it's got to be one of those locations. All right, there's three at Reserve because I forgot the item before it. All right, so three at Reserve, two at Wave. One of those is a major.
And I think something has to give here soon because 25 minutes in, runners hanging out together pretty much. We got to see some sort of progression. Nice save scum there by Farf. If nothing is good up in the reserve room, just peace out of there.
Empty seeing the supers before the speed booster check and just saying no to them, that is a choice.
Yeah, definitely a lot safer doing it the way Farfalu did, but looks like Nevty's just gonna get out of there. A little scarier. I think Nevty's one of those guys that lives on the edge. And there is our
Wow.
major.
Okay, so our runners are going to feel a little bit better about navigating through Norfair now, and it will also make checking the single chamber portal a lot easier.
And Nevty feels comfortable with the energy, not going for that safety save. And that's going to pay off for Nevty. Going to get this race even closer than it was. I knew this one was going to be awesome. That's why I signed up for it. We're going to have them both. Oh, goodness. What was that? 25 seconds apart from each other? This is really cool.
I mean, this is the semifinals. You got to imagine every race at this point is just going to be a barn burner.
Absolutely. Oh, West Meridia over there. We do get two, but that could also be a... Could that still be a soft lock at this point?
Possibly.
Falling down there?
It may be logical to drop down and check the two portals down there, but if there's no way out, then you'd have to reset. But the logic can expect you to make those checks if there's something down there. Farfalu on his way to Chronic Boost, and we'll see what this portal is. Then I assume he'll go to. We already know where the Croc entrance portal is. That goes to.
Oh, Nevty's
That goes to
going
Red
for
Tower. Ooh, interesting.
Oh, I don't think Nevty wanted to fall there.
He can recover this by doing an unmorph at a very specific spot, and that was a miss.
Ooh. And both of these checks ended up being Meridia portals anyway. Little silly there. Safety save by Farf. Although without ice, I don't know if you can make it up to the beach, so maybe Farf will go for Crab Supers or Mama Turtle.
All right, so Nevdi finds Vanilla Torian. Now, where did he come from? Like, he came from the left here, but where was that? Was that Main Street or was that Crab Hole? All right, that was Main Street.
Oh, Farf just missing crab supers. Has a chance over here at Mama T. Nope, didn't even try for it. Looking like we're gonna be following the Nevdi at the moment.
All right, Nevd is going to check crab hole. Finds the good end of Lower Warfare.
And I have a feeling that Fantune is down here. Both the runners are gonna have to go back to wreck ship to go get what they need to finish the game.
That'd be kind of gross.
It would be, but fitting for the semifinals. Oh, gravity suit right there.
Or there's a grab suit right there.
So that's great news for Nevdi, not having to do a couple extra checks. But Farflu right on the tail now. And we both have a boss to get rid of down here. No matter who it is with that gravity suit, it'll be doable. It'll be nice.
So, are we effectively in ammo or charge go mode?
Ammo, I think they're both slightly low on.
Yeah, so they would either have to find ammo or charge.
Yeah, I think we are go with speed.
Yeah, we can do the rest of the bosses, but we still need something for Mother Brain. So I think they're either looking for charge or they're looking for ammo. They can do everything else.
Oh, definitely. They're not doing bad on ammo. They just need a couple more packs to avoid refilling.
To round it out.
Nevdi and Farf super close on ammo go mode. So if they find charge quickly, then sure, why not pick it up? But if not, charge is not going to be needed. And if I remember right, both these runners are pretty darn good at speed skip for the Zebs. So that's not even going to be something we need to worry about.
Right, I think Nevdi is 2 supers away from ammo go mode, and Farflu is at 3, or the equivalent of.
Yeah, and Sephi talking in chat about how it was now a very good thing that Nevdi missed that unmorph to try and get the Mama Turtle, because if Nevdi hit that would be a big waste of time with no gravity suit at that point yet. And Farf could have taken a commanding lead, but instead Nevdi has a good, 20 seconds right here, so...
Yeah, they both miss the unmorph to get to Mama Turtle, and that ends up being a service to both runners. Alright, so Nevdi did find Dragon down here, and Farflu will be very close behind, and this is basically just going to be an ammo kill, since 3 tanks is not a lot to spare when you're doing the speed, and yeah, Nevdi is... looked like Nevdi was about to just camp out by the door, but he may want to check the item as well.
Yeah, Nevdi came in here with a ton of energy. I'm surprised he didn't try at least one spark, but it didn't matter in the end because that was a beautiful ammo kill. Farflu, on the other hand, with the low health, deciding, yep, I'm going to do one.
Yeah, it makes sense. Like, you do have to take a little bit of chances when you're down 2-0, so it's...
Yeah, I've really liked how Farflu's played this seed, even though a little bit behind at the moment, has really played beautifully. And another nice kill.
Not a ton of energy off those drops.
Yeah, not friendly to Farf at all there. Getting that missile, though, I think maybe 2 supers away from ammo go mode for Farf.L.U.M.E. Nevdi with a really nice first half of the Yalan escape. Since we already know where Torian is, no reason to go reverse acid bath and see whatever that takes us to. Unless it's, have we found Kraid's warehouse yet? That
We have
would be
not.
kind of annoying if that was over there.
That is outstanding still, and from my map, the only other portals we haven't checked yet is the front of East Meridia. So, I'm sure there's one other we haven't seen yet either, but the amount of portals we haven't seen yet are very low. So, something's got to be Kraid's lair.
Yeah, because we found the 2 other dead ends, Torian and Croc. Well, Ice Beam, Nevdi slammed right into. That's a nice pickup on the way out of there.
That will be a faster Turian if Farf.L.U.M.E. does not pick that up.
Yeah, Farf not looking so great on the energy front at the moment. Gotta be really careful here. And
Wave Plasma does make the 3 Musketeers easier, but does have to be a little careful not to get hit by one.
Okay, so Crab Super, just a regular missile. Although I think Nevdi still needed it to get to ammo mode.
Yeah, at this point you're picking up any ammo, like you're not being picky. Like you can't wait for the super.
Barf going for this short charge here. There we go. And Ice Beam.
Very heads up to jump before doing the spark to save energy, which Farf.L.U.M.E. could not really waste any.
Yeah, none to spare there. Oh,
your spark does stop at 29, and almost
even
took a death
more
to
so
a crab.
right there with that crab. So definitely heads up. Okay, both the 2 bosses down. We're looking for Kraid's lair, and we're looking for Dragon's place.
Well, we've already
Neither
found
one of them are going to be there.
Well, we already found the Forgotten Highway side of East Meridia. That is at the Kraid portal, which Nevdi is at now. So that part's fine. But we're still looking for Kraid's warehouse, and that could be on the other side of East Meridia.
Oh, please be careful, Farf. Okay, good. I did not want to see the race end like that.
Clutch Nutella refill.
And nice route by Nevdi here, going through the back door. Now that Dragon is done.
This is
Great
one of
use of the map.
Yep, this is one of the perks of boss shuffle, is that if you don't have ice or speed and you find Dragon first, that's another way to get to this boss room.
And it looks like Farfaloo has the same idea.
Yep, just go to a boss that you know is there, and then worry about the rest later. Ooh, that's a good E-tank.
Definitely a nice find. Not needed, but heck, you only had 3. Might as well give yourself a little bit of room of comfort.
Yeah, 3's the minimum, but you definitely want to have some insurance just in case things go wrong in either the Ridley fight, which we haven't seen yet, or Mother Brain. And by Phantom being here, we know that Ridley is
Over at
at
Kraid.
Kraid. Yep.
And that's one portal that I don't believe either runner knows where it is. If it's reverse acid bath, that's pretty rude, but it could be there.
No, that
No?
is the front of Lower Norfair is the top of Red Tower.
Oh, okay. Well, that's good to know at least.
That's Phantom down for Nevdi.
And with Farf just 2 rooms behind, we'll have the bosses tied back up here in just a moment. What are the portals we haven't seen yet, Crazed?
By my count, we have not seen the front of East Meridia, and we haven't seen. I think that's it. So I think by elimination, front of East Meridia has to be Kraid's Lair. And I assume our runners have figured that out too.
Now, if that's true, that's pretty darn impressive to be this far into a seat, this randomized, and only be a boss away from Torian at the 42-minute mark. Nevsy taking a quick stop for some more ammo.
Should have enough, but more is gooder.
70-50 is perfect. I thought it was 65-55, but I don't know. I'm prone to forget things. We all know that.
Yeah, so the minimum is 40-60, and you need 3 missile tanks to make up for a missed super missile pack. So if Nevdi is 2 super missiles short, he'll need 6 regular missiles, which is 5 times 6 is 30. So yeah, that should be enough.
Okay, so I was half right. Nevdi is now good to go at 70-50. Thanks to crazed math and gloves knowledge. I appreciate both of you.
This is for insurance, I assume, because you don't want to be exactly on and then miss one missile.
Yeah, Mother Brain does do that weird head bob backwards where a missile could sneak in right in the middle there and not hit. So it's always nice to have a couple extra on hand. But 50 Super Ridley fight coming up. Nevdi's gonna absolutely smoke him. So this should be fun to watch, no matter what. Especially if Ridley annoys you, so I'll be enjoying this fight.
Yep, 30 supers will take down Ridley.
Nice manipulation to keep Pogo in the corner. Don't want to jump too high or Ridley takes off. I know that much, but Nevdi making it look easy. Beautiful job.
Very nice fight. There's one major left, so if this is charge, that would obviously be a great pickup, but it is not. Alright, so Nevdi is going to beeline to Turian, which he should know is at the vanilla location in Criteria.
Oh, that was a nice wall jump off the wall to get up back through the floor there by Nevdi. It's not usual to have speed booster at this point, so not something you normally see, but a nice little small implementation there by Nevdi to get out of that room even faster. And another great fight by Farf.
Nevdi checking the sand pit on the way out. It is a grapple beam, which is not charged, so charge is not in East Meridia, so time to get out of here.
And Farf needs one more pickup here, knowing that missiles are right here. Just gonna grab them and then head for that portal. Gonna come down to Torian. Nevdi with an obvious lead at the moment. What is cool about the full area rando stuff is as soon as you take that elevator down, you're gonna get everything refilled. So they don't have to worry about being at 15 supers or so. That'll get bumped right back up.
Yep, the refill at the elevator is supposed to mimic the ship refill that you would normally take before going to Turian. Obviously, in this specific scenario, even though the ship is right there, this, the game's still going to give you a free refill anyway. Just for showing up.
Definitely appreciated, because even though you are pretty close, it still saves a really good deal of time.
Yeah, those seconds are not nothing. What route is Nevdi taking to get to Criteria?
I think it's single chamber over to top of Criteria and then over to Torian.
Yeah, so the route is single chamber to Mount Everest. Then you drop down to Main Street, and that takes you to the Green Brinstar portal out of Criteria, and then you just run to the right.
Oh, Nevdi did go down, so I don't... Must have a different idea in mind. that I missed.
So he's a
From earlier.
chronic boost. Chronic boost goes to Green Hill. Is he still looking for items? What's going? He should have enough, right?
Yeah, 70-50 I think is technically enough.
Hmm.
So I don't know. I'm a little confused. Maybe just wanted to grab an extra missile on the way, knowing two different ways to get back to criteria. Decided to go for that. I don't. That's my best guess.
Like us watching this, we know that he's in the lead and this is fine.
But the more checks that he does, that's going to give Farf the time to catch up and make this thing real close.
Yeah, no, this is not ammo that he wants. This is just an actual just time loss here.
Yeah, and they both have ice and speed, so no one's going to be in any trouble down in Torian. But I'm a little confused at that routing. It's looking like Nevi will still get there before Farf, but this is going to be way closer than I originally thought.
Yeah, Farfelu took a different route to get to criteria, which is fine, probably. Like I wasn't watching his screen. I don't know how he ended up at meme route, but
I imagine
Nebdi still has the Nebdi still has the lead. All right, so Farflu's going to pick up an extra missile just in a different location than Nebdi did. So he'll be at 80-50, which is the same as Nebdi is. So there's not going to be any ammo advantage for either runner. Not that they would know that, but they're both looking for the same sort of insurance. Alright, so Nefty is gonna hope for a super drop in Metroid's 4. And gets it.
So at this point, we're going to have to see if we want a super tight finish, Nevdi miss a baby skip and Farf get it. If you're rooting for the tightest possible race here.
If you want a game 4, that's what you're hoping for. But if you're on Team V.I.L.P.L.U.M.E, you just want to see Nevdi just close this out and not have to worry about games 4 and 5.
Definitely, yeah. If you're a Nevdi fan or V.I.L.P.L.U.M.E fan, you just want to see him hop into the finals here. And they're all definitely good enough to be there. And this is looking good so far. Yep, very nice skip by Nevdi.
Nebdi is being mindful of the missile count, using regular missiles to break open that door, and is going to use missiles on the I door and probably missiles on the pink door after this as well. Don't know if he wants to do a refill afterwards, but yeah, he is going to refill.
And also, don't feel bad if you're in chat and you want more games, because we do have a heck of a matchup with the A team and the Chicago Bullies. They're all tied up right now, so you're gonna get at least 2 more games out of them no matter what. And that'll be coming up, I think, the very beginning of next week. So
yeah, the schedule has games 4 and 5 as a back-to-back starting at 9 p.m. Eastern on Tuesday.
And game 3 happens Monday or tomorrow. I don't know. I'll have to relook up the schedule, but we do have more Metroid and another really hype semifinals match still going on. And hey, anything can still happen here.
As a good Zeb skip by Nevdi, and he's on his way to the glass.
And while we were talking about the schedule, looked like Farf had a very nice baby skip there too.
Farfalu has elected not to refill, so he may get some additional time here, but does not get the first pass of that, and he may have to. This may be a may have to reset the room here.
Oh man, the Zeb skip's being a pain. There we go.
There it is, but oof, that was seconds that he does not have to spare.
And now has to be very, very cautious with the energy. Nevdi already going in the MB3.
There's a rainbow beam. No charge, can't do stand up, and also not enough energy to do stand up, so just multiple ways that you're just doing this the normal way.
But cutscene compared to MB2, that's really dang close. This has definitely been a lot of fun. So before we get to the interview portion in just a little bit, a big thank you to Paragon for tracking, thank you to Crazed for doing this with me, and looking forward to talking to both these runners right after Mother Brain is taken down.
Absolutely. Right, that's enough to bring 2 down for Farfalu.
Opposite ends of the cutscenes here, Nevdi 36 shots away from getting to the escape. Really not much can stand in the way here. Don't want to jinx anybody, but very well done race for Nevdi and Team V.I.L.P.L.U.M.E. This was really, really fun to watch.
The only way this really goes wrong at this point is if Nevdi misses the spark up the criteria shaft. But
and then babysits the animals for 30 seconds.
Right.
But this is for the finals. I don't think we'll see that.
Oh, very not.
But Farfalu and Bress for Rupees did amazing. Getting all the way to the semifinals this year. Defeating some really, really great players along the way.
Yeah,
and showing off a lot of great tech and a lot of great runs for all of us to enjoy.
And it should be noted that these two teams were both in the Brinstar division, and they did finish 1-2. V.I.L.P.L.U.M.E 12-2, and World Cup Bress for Rubies 11-3. So absolutely on top of their games, and just they each had a great season. Let's not short any of these teams. Like, they have done extremely well.
Yeah, it's not like World Cup Bress for Rupees was a 16 seed in some giant finals bracket. They're a really, really good team. But GG's now to Nevdi, getting back to the ship, 58-36-ish. Either way, fine job, Nevdi. Punched your team a ticket to the finals. Congratulations to V.I.L.P.L.U.M.E. Very well done. Farfaloo not far behind at all. Got that nice BE spark. Probably be about a minute difference when it's all said and done. This is an awesome race.
Indeed. Both of these players were pretty evenly matched. It was only just the minor variations in their routing and what items they skipped that really just made the difference here.
Yeah, I mean, Farf had the lead, I'd say, throughout the first half of the race, with Nevy taking a slightly different route, and Nevy was behind about 25-30 seconds, and then about 3/4 of the way in, the opposite happened, and the time flipped. Yeah, this is anybody's race, and this was really cool. Anybody could have taken this one, but this one does go to Nevy and V.I.L.P.L.U.M.E. And I think we do have Nevy and Farfaloo close by to jump in whenever they feel like it. Hey Nevy, welcome, and GG's.
Yo, GG's, thank you.
And Farfaloo is here as well. GG's to the both of you.
Thanks, good game, Nevy.
Good game, Farfaloo. GG, man. My async buddy. We run a lot of these asyncly together, Farfaloo and I, so it could have gone either way.
Yeah.
But yeah.
It was very evenly matched between the two of you. Like there was no real like huge divergence. There was no huge real lead between either of you. So it was really just it was a close race overall, and it was just really well done.
Yeah, no one ever had a gigantic lead or anything. I'd say the first half of the race, Farfaloo was really aggressive, built up like a 30-second lead, and then just through small route decisions by both of you, by the end of the race, it flipped back over. So you really both played beautifully, and just as a viewer, it was a ton of fun to watch. So GG's again. That was a lot of fun for me, and I think for everyone else watching.
Thanks. Yeah, the routing for me felt pretty decent overall, but some of the hardest things in this format, and I guess any area format, is ammo management and hell runs, and both of them came up this seed, and I just fumbled it pretty badly. But I guess it worked out in the end. But my ammo, the way I handle ammo was just super scared. I just don't think I can play like that anymore. I'm sure Farfaloo would have caught up at the end just due to the way I managed that ammo. Fell down crab hole and missed the crab supers. My first time in my life ever doing that. So like definitely race nerves in this one. I didn't ever get punished for it, luckily, but they were the two things that stuck out to me. But I have to watch the restream to see everything else. But yeah, like I said, the routing felt good enough for me that hopefully it overcame those other two factors.
Oh, definitely. I think actually a big part was when you excuse me, when you missed crab supers with Variasuit the first time through, and then didn't go to Mama Turtle, that actually sliced that lead down. And when you came back to check it later with Gravity Suit, it was so much faster. It didn't matter at that point anymore. So I think you missing that for the first time in forever was actually good for you.
Punished for being bad, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, sorry, rewarded for being bad. Sorry, I should say, yeah.
So yeah, just one of those silly things that happened, but it ended up working out for your team. But yeah, going to the finals, how does that feel?
Yeah, it was really good. I mean, I can't remember the last, like, so many of these rando tourneys in the past, I've like made semis every single time. I can't remember the last time I haven't got to semis, but I haven't got to finals. So it's like, especially for Zeb and I, this is a really big one that we can finally get into the finals. So I will have to shout out Will Cut Bress Rupees for blocking our Kryptonite. That was an amazing game 5 to block out Southern Route. Although it would have been nice to see how we stacked up, but yeah, that probably helped a little bit too. But yeah, it feels really good. And I want to shout out Will Cut Bress. Like going into this, we race a lot together, and we're really good friends, all of us. And when we saw the divisions stack up, we said at the start of the league that there's a really good chance we could verse in semis, so it's really cool it happened here. And this 3-0 could have gone the other way extremely easily, or it could have gone to 5 games. I think that we're really... If I lost this, I think it goes to 5. But it could have gone 3 to W.I.L.E.P.L.U.M.E Bress as well. It just, it's just the way it all worked out. So yeah, just want to shout out the boys, especially MM2 as well. MM2 putting together async sheets for us, prediction brackets, everything, the whole Discord. This is a joint effort. We're here on this side, I suppose, but everyone involved, like racing, too many names to call out. I'll call them out in the finals, but you know how you are, and this is a joint effort from everyone. So thanks.
Yeah, and Farflu, we don't want to leave out you and W.I.L.P.L.U.M.E Bress. Your team had a heck of a year. That 2-0 comeback against Southern Route, that was incredible, and you led that from the start, being the catalyst to get your team back into it. This has been a really exciting postseason, and you guys brought a lot of fun to the entire community watching this. It truly has been a blast. I don't personally have any other questions about the route. It was just a lot of fun to see, and if there's anything that Crazed has, or Farf, if there's anything you'd like to say, please do.
Well, yeah, league has been pretty fun, and to be honest, coming back 0-2 against Southern Route was really awesome. So I think just getting into semifinals, playing with V.I.L.P.L.U.M.E it's just a bonus at this point. I think we can leave and be happy with what we did. I think all 3 races have been close, except, well, no, race 2, MM2 has a bit of problems, but I remember race 1 and race 3 were they were very close. So like Nevdi said, it could have been one way or the other, but yeah, that's very fun. And talking about those async, yeah, we did a lot. I think it's 5-5 or maybe 6-4 for Nevdi. So I just don't know what to expect when you enter this race. This one seemed kind of linear, so I'll have to watch back. I think the beginning was quite clear what you had to do, but in the end, especially after La One Warfare, should I go back from West Merida, or should I go back to Criteria to get there? That part was a bit harder for me to play while trying to figure out a route. But yeah, losing with about a minute against Nevdi, one of the best player and one of the best teams there is. I think we can just leave proudly this league, and good luck for the final.
So much powerfully. Yeah, you too, man. It's sad to see friends go, but yeah, we'll do our best in the final. Thanks, man.
All right, excellent. Really, I didn't have any other questions, so I think we can send this off here. So, the other semifinal match is the Chicago Bullies versus the A team. Game 4 is on Tuesday at 9:10 Eastern, and then Game 5, if necessary, is immediately following. So, very much looking forward to that, and we will see how our finals ends up being. It's going to be V.I.L.P.L.U.M.E versus the winner of Chicago Bullies and the A team, and the finals I'm sure you will not want to miss. So we're gonna end things off here. Once again, GG's to Farflu and Nevdi. Brilliant season, brilliant series, and just very much well done. So I've been Crazy Gamer, and on behalf of Salty Pigeon and Paragon on Tracking, thank you all for watching, and we will see you next mission.
Take care, everybody.